Hello, baby. That's from a Van Halen song. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Derek, how about you?
You know when I lie.
It sounded like the Big Bopper.
It was, but there's also, I think David Lee Roth on one song was like, hello, baby. You know who it was? That was actually Sammy Hagar. I was completely wrong. Dang it. Anyway, all right.
Happened.
Welcome to Hey, We're Talking.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, or Fry-yay, as Bob likes to call it. And I got Bob Peel here. He's smoking. What are you looking at? You keep looking up at him. You got a monitor in there? What are you looking at?
Nothing. I was just, I don't know, looking off to the side.
Do you have a ghost in there? What's happening?
There was a ghost. I told him to go away. I was recording. He left.
And Derek was like looking down at his phone. He's got something going on too. You guys are completely disconnected on Friday. What happened?
No, I was just checking my accounts.
Your accounts? What do you tell? Like your bank accounts?
Yeah.
You getting paid?
You gotta stay on top of that.
You got paid today?
No, I didn't get paid. I'm paying.
Oh, he's paying.
Oh,
I know how that
I just
goes.
want to make sure I'm not overpaying.
Okay.
You know,
for the poop.
With those insufficient fund fees.
No, you don't want those.
No, not at all.
Oh my gosh. Talk about, that's one of those things when you're early in like adulthood. The number of times I got hammered with insufficient funds, like just did one thing wrong or didn't balance the checkbook right. Those used to just destroy me.
Oh, here's a great tip for you people out there who are mismanaging your money.
Yeah.
You can sometimes if you call the bank and you ask nicely, they can sometimes reverse those non-sufficient funds fees. You could be like, guys, I'm so sorry. I never do this. I don't, it was a mix up, blah, blah, blah. You just tell them something. Could you please reverse that
Give
charge?
Give them your sob story and hope for the best.
Yeah. And they'd be like,
usually they will once.
Yeah, they'll be like, Mr. Tant, since you have such a good record with us.
What if I had a bad record too? So here's the thing that's funny though. The thing that I used to get me so angry is like, so this is way back in the day. We're talking early 90s here, right? Write a check and they try and take it out. Doesn't work. They try and take it out like 4 more times. And every time they do it, you get hit with one of those insufficient funds. And I'd call them up and I'd be like, dude, you hit me 5 times in a day. I didn't even have a chance. Because they do it overnight.
Where you send a check, you give somebody a check for something or whatever, like a school fundraiser or something. And you don't realize that it hasn't cashed for like 6 months.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, boom, it comes out and you're like, wait, what was that?
Yeah, how did I just lose $100? What happened?
Yeah. That happened a long time ago.
We had that happen.
I mean, do people even write checks anymore?
See, that's funny too, because I think the same things. Usually I just use my card for everything, but we took our dogs to get groomed at a groomer here in where we live, and they didn't take cards. They only took check or cash. So we wrote this person a check, and I kept looking at the bank account because I was aware that I was waiting for it to come out. It took them over a month. So I told Cheryl, I was like, do we need to call this lady? She said, yeah, I'll call her. She called the lady up. She goes, hey, you going to cash that check? She's like, oh, yeah. And I'm thinking, what kind of business do you have where you can just kind of like hang on to, $150 for months at a time? What are you doing?
That's what happens when you wrote a check.
Yeah.
You gave her a chore. Now I got to go to the bank and deposit it.
She's the one that only takes cash or check. It ain't my fault.
Yeah.
You ever hear these people?
Our groomer, we just give her cash.
But the thing that's funny to me is when people, and I never have cash either, but the people that are like, yeah, I don't take credit because they charge me 2%.
3%.
Or whatever it is. And I'm like, are you joking me? Everyone uses credit. Bite the bullet.
There's a lot of places that don't. And we've got a lot of independent mom and pop restaurants, fast food places, whatever. Cash only.
Guess what? I'm not coming to your stuff because I don't carry cash ever.
Yeah, but I'd go to, if I was planning on going to one of those places, like my favorite hot dog stand, only accept cash.
Yeah.
They don't have debit card. They don't have any machines. I mean, they've got an old school register. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, here's your hot dogs.
Do they yell at you? Isn't that one of those places that's mean to you, or no?
No, that's the Wiener Circle. That's downtown Chicago.
That's the Wiener Circle.
I didn't get yelled at last time I was there. It's been a few years since I was there. There was a guy in front of me that was he's like, oh, well, I'll have, and he was just staring up at the menu.
Right.
And she just started laying into him. If you don't know what you want, get out of line, this and this, this.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
That is
me.
funny.
I step up there and I'm just like, yeah, I want this hot dog, this, and that. Done. I didn't get yelled at.
I like that you went into your Chicago accent just for the order.
Yeah, well, my wife was ordering just now.
That's funny.
So my wife actually sent for, what was it, for Mother's Day, for Valentine's Day, I actually got my wife one of those Ancestry DNA kits.
Really?
Yeah, so she mailed it in, sent a sample of her spit and mailed it in. We're waiting on the results.
Yeah.
But she works in a town now where it's a very Irish community, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
And everybody believes that my wife is Southside Irish.
Really?
And she's not like Italian. And that's where the whole, the Chicago accent, you think about the old school Southside Irish in Chicago. I mean, that's a big deal. She grew up in a neighborhood, but she's adopted, so she doesn't know what she is. So
okay, well, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll unveil it right here on the show.
Cheryl did the same thing, by the way.
Yeah,
and then she found everybody. She found her whole family. All right, so let's get this going, because I love this. Is one of my favorite things when Bob unveiled this. This is one of my favorites because it's really good. It makes you really think, make some tough decisions.
It seemed to have been become a popular thing, so I'm happy about that. All right, so what we're doing today is one's got to go. I give you 4 things. One of them has to leave and disappear forever. Today we're doing 70s rock bands.
Okay.
I don't know why this has inspired me today, but it has.
I love it.
So we'll start off. I've got 6 rounds of this if we can get through it.
Let's do it.
So we'll start off number 1, which would be Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
U2,
okay,
the Bee Gees, and Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
I don't think U2 was in the 70s, but
they started in the 70s. Yes,
really?
They did.
Bee Gees and who else?
So
Crosby,
Genesis,
Stills, Nash, and
U2, Bee Gees, Crosby, Still, and Nash.
Well, you already heard by my tone who I'd get rid of. Crosby, Stills,
who are you
and
gonna
Nash.
get rid of?
Pew. Not interested.
I would get rid of Genesis.
Really?
Because you'd still got Phil Collins. You still got Phil Collins doing his own thing, so it's great,
No, but we're talking like he gets vaporized, just like
you just
like
killed.
Thanos.
You just killed Phil Collins, dude.
Well,
Bob, who would you get rid of?
U2. I've never liked them. I don't know their music.
You don't know I still haven't found what I'm looking for or anything like that?
I know a few other songs, but they're just not somebody that I really ever grabbed onto.
Okay.
Genesis, I like. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, I actually love them.
Really?
And then the Bee Gees, they had a big mark in music. So, to me, it would be U2.
Okay. Next grouping. Let's go.
We all had different...
It is crazy. Usually it seems like a couple of us at least hit on the same one, but that was the first time I feel like we all picked different ones.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Okay.
So this one, Rush, Grateful Dead, The Beach Boys, and Kiss.
I will have to go Grateful Dead because I know that they are big influence. They're a jam band, and our friend Peter out of St. Louis, Gateway Peter, he loves the Grateful Dead and frequently goes to Grateful Dead tribute concerts.
Yep.
But I have no use for them. Sorry.
I also could give literally no craps for Grateful Dead, and they are abolished from my life. Go ahead.
I would gladly get rid of Kiss.
What?
Never liked them. Don't care for Gene Simmons. Don't care for the makeup and the whole show. I've never been a fan of Kiss.
Derek, is that your dog?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Daisy.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just making sure my dog is not dying in the background, and I don't.
No, Daisy just said to get rid of Kiss too, so not a big deal.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, round 3.
Yeah.
Journey, Van Halen, Styx, and ZZ Top.
Oh, this is probably the toughest grouping so far.
So far.
Go ahead, Derek.
I'd have to get rid of Styx. I love ZZ Top. Texas band. Journey is iconic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love them. And Van Halen, I mean,
best band out of all of them right there.
That's like a bucket list concert that I need to go to.
I know, if they were all
later.
playing in the same thing, that'd be great.
I need to go to Van Halen and Journey. I mean, but so Styx, even though I love Styx, Renegade is one of the best songs ever. And
how does Renegade go? Because I don't know that one. I don't know by name anyway.
Oh, mama, I'm in
Okay,
fear.
yes.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bob, which one are you getting rid of?
ZZ Top.
Really?
Just because, and nothing against ZZ Top, but Styx is one of those bands that I've loved for a long, long time, and those songs come on, and everyone in my house sings them.
Okay, let me just say.
Van Halen is Van Halen.
Right.
Journey, same thing. Journey comes on,
Everybody's
we're singing
on
it in this house. ZZ Top just never had as much of an influence on us.
You've never been like, every girl crazy about a sharp drilled man.
Well, my kids wouldn't know that.
You probably could have replaced ZZ Top with Boston, and then that would have been like a tougher pick.
Let me just say,
next time you just created it.
No, you did great.
I think it was great.
Anywhere.
Styx for me, here's the thing. I was never really into Styx. I just remembered Mr. Roboto, and that I didn't really know that stuff until later on in life. I like the stuff. I like some of their stuff now, but back in the day, I didn't really know much Styx. So I would have to say Styx.
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 Now, the next 3 rounds, I think, get tougher.
Okay.
I mean, these get extremely difficult.
Let's hear them.
To me, at least.
Yeah.
They were when I was writing them down. Fleetwood Mac, Lynyrd Skynyrd, the Allman Brothers, and the Doors.
I'm gonna say mine because everyone's gonna be like, they're gonna lose their mind when I say which one I don't like. You ready for this?
Let's hear it.
The Doors. I hate them. Never liked the Doors. Not a single bit. Terrible. Okay. Did you say you too, Bob?
No, I love the Doors. I've always loved the Doors.
I don't even know if I know any Allman Brothers songs by name. I would know it when I heard them, but I don't know.
Right.
But the Doors, I hate the way he sings. It drives me crazy.
Yeah. Why don't you like my songs?
Yeah.
How come you don't like me?
How about you, Derek?
I'd probably get rid of the Allman Brothers. It's I know a few of the songs, but it's okay. They're okay, but I absolutely love Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, we know that. We know how much you love Fleetwood Mac.
Yes, I was very disturbed at some of the recent events. Anyway, I like the Doors. And what was the other one? I just already forgot.
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
You can't get rid of them.
Ooh,
No,
that smell. Yeah.
Okay, Bob. Who are you getting rid of?
I'd get rid of the Allman Brothers as well.
See, now I'm thinking maybe I screwed up. What's an Allman Brothers song?
That's the thing. I don't really know them very well.
How did you put them on the list then?
Because I know they're extremely popular.
Okay.
For this 70s band.
They have what was the one that it's like
they do that
instrumental like Jessica, and what was the other girl's name?
Know. The other girl's name.
It's a lot of,
I don't know.
It's good music. I'm not gonna lie. The Allman Brothers are
I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I mean, I know they've had stuff.
Okay.
Midnight Rider?
I don't know any of this stuff.
Blue Sky?
No.
I don't know.
Okay,
But I know they've been there.
Give us one more. Let's see if we can get both, but let's go. Go.
We've got to get both. Queen.
Yeah.
Aerosmith. Black Sabbath, AC/DC.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. How do we do this?
I know. Such a tough one.
Does anybody want to go first?
I'll go with mine. So to me, out of all of these, and you really got to think about the bands and their history and their songs that have impacted you. I'd get rid of Aerosmith out of all four of those.
What?
I know.
Okay, Derek, I want to hear what you say first.
Agree.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I love Queen. I mean, the thing is that all four of those bands are great. It's just that if Aerosmith were like on any other of those lists, they would have made it through probably on all of those. But I do, I have a great respect for Black Sabbath and Queen. And
I was gonna say for me, Black Sabbath. I like a couple of their songs, but I don't know enough of the. I mean, I love Ozzy, and I love the songs that I know from Black Sabbath, but I don't like all these other bands. I like 10 or more songs of theirs.
Right.
Black Sabbath, I know like maybe 3 songs of theirs really well. And that's it.
That's okay. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just basically it's going to be whatever's influenced you more throughout your life or had more of an impact on your life.
Okay.
So we have to do this last round.
Do it.
I saved the best for last.
Okay.
Led Zeppelin. The
boy.
Beatles.
Oh, boy.
Rolling Stones. And Pink Floyd.
Man. I could literally...
To me, this is the hardest one out of all of them.
I could literally dump 2 of these bands and never give a crap.
What? Oh, gosh, I want to punch you in your face.
The Rolling Stones, I don't get it. And Pink Floyd, ugh. So you guys choose. I just don't get the Pink Floyd thing. And the Rolling Stones...
Have you ever dropped acid?
No, I have never dropped acid, nor have I smoked weed or any of that stuff.
One of our listeners, an associate, a friend of my brother's wife, Susie, who's a big fan of the show, lives out in Pennsylvania. She loves, her favorite band of all time is Pink Floyd.
Okay.
But... not mine. I would love to enjoy. I wish that I could enjoy Pink Floyd. I wish I got it, and maybe I'll do a deep dive sometime into the Pink Floyd catalog and change my mind. But of those four bands, I would get rid of Pink Floyd.
Yeah, the only song I know is the Wall thing. That's it.
Oh, they've got.
You've heard Money.
Yeah, I have heard that. Yeah. Bob, who are you getting rid of?
I'd get rid of the Rolling Stones.
See, yeah, they're not great. I never understood the whole Rolling Stones thing.
Yeah, there's a few songs by the Rolling Stones I enjoy, but I'm not a huge fan. I've got some of their old vinyl, stuff like that. But to me, Zeppelin, that's my favorite band of all time.
Yeah.
The Beatles.
Oh my gosh.
You can't get rid of the Beatles. Pink Floyd, to me, from the music aspect, being a musician, there's so much that goes on within their music that is just, it's so deep and has so many layers. I can't get rid of them.
Okay.
So, and they've had a huge influence on music, obviously, for such a long time. So, and they've got the Pink Floyd light shows and tours and all this stuff to this day. So it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Bob, I gotta say, it's another fine game of One's Gotta Go. This one might have been one of your crowning achievements so far. Although I gotta say, the first time we played it was just legendary because we weren't ready for it. We had no idea what was coming. I loved it.
Well, that's why I try to mix it up. You could literally do this game with anything.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, you know what? We haven't done music, and let's not just throw music overall. Let's specify 70s, because now at some point we could do 80s or 90s or today.
Classical
you're
composers.
Hit for 80s, 90s, and today.
Yes.
What do they call the 2000s? Do they just say it, the 2000s?
The O's.
The O's and today?
I don't know what they say.
Or the aughts.
The thousands?
I think they say the 2000s.
Yeah.
But now I don't think they would include the 80s anymore. I think they would say the 90s, 2000s, and today. Because 80s now is like classic rock. Isn't that stupid?
I know. See, I listen to. We have a station. We don't have a lot of music stations out here anymore in Chicago. We had 97.9 The Loop, which was your classic rock station.
That was huge.
That turned into a Christian radio station,
which is funny.
Which, yeah, and the very last song they played was "Highway to Hell" by AC/DC before it switched over to the Christian station, which is funny.
Tongue in cheek.
But we have one station, 97.1, called The Drive, and they play like the classic rock stuff. But I don't even know, is it considered classic rock? It was classic rock when I grew up.
Right.
So I don't know what it's considered now, but I mean, I still love the music. I mean,
but they throw in all the classic rock stations here. They just brought back in Detroit. There used to be a radio station forever named WLLZ, was the Wheels, and it was gone for a long time, and they just brought it back. And now, like it's a classic rock station, and they play Motley Crue and people like that on classic rock.
We've got a local station, like super local. It's right down the street, called Will Rock.
Yeah,
it's just for basically the surrounding counties. It's not real huge. They play, like Motley Crue and like the 80s music up to today's like Five Finger Death Punch and stuff like that. They've got a huge variety
Britney
of
Fox.
stuff. But I mean,
got Alice Cooper and
Cinderella.
They got all that stuff. But other than that, I mean, radio in Chicago sucks. And if you listen to any alternative radio station, like what they consider alternative these days, the new music that comes out, to me, it's all just garbage. I mean, it's not.
You're getting
good.
Old. Welcome to getting old, Bob.
Maybe,
that's
but
what happens.
it's all like this mix between rock and pop, and it's none of it feels.
There's barely even any rock anymore.
I know. You just got the Foo Fighters.
I know. Well, there's some. Yeah, don't get Derek started. Oh gosh, you got to listen to last week's Monday show. He just pulls this stuff out of nowhere.
I've not had a chance to catch up, but I will. All
right. Listen, have a great weekend. I don't know what we're going to talk about next Monday yet, so I can't preview it, but sorry. Just have a good weekend. Don't worry about Monday. Monday will get here soon enough. Have a great time. Enjoy the spring as it starts to sprung. Although Derek's probably already hot. Probably warm there. Jerk.
It's warm, but I think we're going to go through a little cool front later this week.
Okay.
Yeah, we had some April snow. So yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right. On that note, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks again for listening.